Yeah, hello. Yeah, so I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. The name is remains the same. I'm Ken Rhymes, a co-founder of Rando Technology Company. Yeah, so I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, especially the new ones. I said you're welcome and stay course here. We always talk about positive vibes and we kill the negative vibes. I say what? I say we kill the negative vibes. We kill the negative vibes. Yeah. So. So I was watching marwa videos in Brazil and I saw some guy, I forget the name, like his YouTube channel, yeah. I forget the name. Like the guy was trying to make something and I think I have to let you know or let you watch this. So after that, then we'll talk about it. So let's go.
Most people. Me, I had conflict with what's her name? African tigress. Oh, okay. So, guys, I'm going to answer this. It's just fun, guys. Yeah. So, I was following African tigress in the beginning, and you see some of the videos that she was posting about, let me just say, about Africa in general wasn't really matching what like what people wanted to see. Okay. And also, you see, most of our YouTubers, they normally like to say sweet things about the country. But the real thing they are not going to talk about it. That is why I also had problem with Wodemaya. Okay. Because I also backlash him to us. No, me, I show the way it is, but that is why I love your content because.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. I wanted you to watch or listen to what he said about African tigress and Wodemaya. And one thing is, like, he's an African YouTuber based in Brazil, and he said this to African tigress and Wodemaya. And he said this to African tigress and YouTuber, and and Wodemaya, YouTuber Wodemaya, yeah. So let's talk about it. So I've noticed that it's not mean only that thing that Wodemaya, it's not all that real. I want to focus much of my attention on African tigress because I don't follow her all that much, but I follow Wodemaya. You see, yeah. So recently, I did a video about some of the poorest side in Ghana that ladies are not showing us. You always see Wodemaya doing videos about, let's say, Africa or Ghana. He will target, let's say, the rich places and let's say the businesses in those areas because he will get some business tycoon or mugu to interview him and get a lot of money inside his pockets. But there are some things we have to project to the map for people or for some of the people in outside Africa who know that Africa is not all that rich. We have some dirty and some typical poorest side of Africa. They have to know all these things. And one thing is, some people or some white men and women haven't experienced all these kind of things before. So it can ginger them to also come and watch all these things and see how poverty feel like, see how bad rules feels like. I hope you get it. So It shouldn't always be like, okay, sometimes you do videos about villages, but there's nothing wrong with it. At times, the villages has some typical bad rules, like that I'm saying, destroying their lands and things, but they will not project all these things for people to know because of politics. Because of what? Politics. And that is what this guy was trying to talk about. That although Africa is beautiful, but we have some poorest lifestyle or some poorest secret things about Africa that people afterwards also know it. And shouldn't always be the sweet part. Oh, this guy traveled from, let's say, America to Kenya, and right now he's a billionaire. It's not that always. We shouldn't focus on that thing always. That is why I want to start some projects on my YouTube channel and show you much about Africa, the poorer side of Africa that people are not showing us. We have to make people know about these things. We have to do it. Africa is beautiful, but we have some part of Africa that is ugly. And we have to be truthful to ourselves and let people know. And one thing is, like, we have some people outside Ghana or outside Africa that they love to visit those places to know how some bad rules feels like, some this feels like. You see that thing? So we don't have to be ashamed of some things. We have to make people know much about Africa. Yeah, you have to make people know much about Africa. Because Africa is beautiful, at the same time, Africa is ugly. So, why are you trying to tell me that if Africa is like Europe, why people always try to travel from Africa to Europe? Why? Why? If Africa is all that beautiful, rich, and everything, why are people walking from Libya to Europe? Why are people even walking on the desert? Why are people always travel from Brazil, like walking from Brazil to USA? Why? Because how we see Africa is not how we are projecting Africa on the map. So some part of Africa is really, 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 really terrible. And we have to also make our leaders know all these things. You can't tell me that Africa is all beautiful. If Africa is all beautiful, there will not be people sacrificing their life just to travel to America or Europe to better their living. You know, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. Africa is not all that beautiful. Some part of Africa is really, really terrible. And we have to make people know this. Some part of Africa is really terrible. And that is why this foreign YouTuber said that he doesn't like marwa. He doesn't like, sorry to say, he like marwa. He doesn't like Wodemaya and African tigress. Forgive me if I mention Amaro's name, because like I just did a video about Amaro. That's why his name is in my mouth and I like him. That's why. Yeah. You see, he is disappointed in Wodemaya and African tigress because their videos always look rich. Their videos, they always trying to project people who has made it in Africa for people to know it, and that is not all that good. At times you have to interview people who Africa have made them poor, for people to also know it. Do you know that this illegal mining activities in Africa right now, for instance, Ghana right now, has even made some people rich and has also made some people poor? Some people will come and buy the lands, and the chief can sell your land to those people without you knowing it. So when like you notice that then your land has been already was destroyed by these illegal activities or illegal miners. So where would this person farm? Then that means you are on your way to poverty. You're on your way to be poor. And we have to make them know all these things. It's not always about the sweet side. At times too, we have to say the bitter truth about Africa. Africa is not all that beautiful. Although we love Africa, but Africa is not all that beautiful. Africa is not all that sweet. We have to make people know much about Africa. We shouldn't always pretend that we are okay here. We are not. We are not okay. We are not okay. And we have to what? Make people know that we are not okay. We are not okay. So if people are okay, why would someone sacrifice his or her life? Some people even travel like by road with their children. Travel from, let's say, live like walking from Niger, go to Tunisia to Libya, blah 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 blah. Do you think it's easy for someone to sacrifice like his or her life just to enter Europe to better their living? And if like they are on a river from that river from Libya to Europe to Italy, a lot of people even die. And that person, when that person was like 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 trying to prepare towards those journey, he thought that I can die and I can make it. So it's do or die. So if Africa is beautiful, will someone have that knowledge that I want to travel and this travel is do or die? Either I will die or I will live and make it. You see that thing? So Africa is not all that beautiful, and I understand this YouTuber very well. We shouldn't always interview people that has the money to pay you. Nah, we shouldn't always do that. The moment you see a Wodemaya with like a rich person, that means he's trying to what seek for donation for that person, and that donation he will not use all that donation for the person. He will scatter some. You see that thing? And we have to what? Put a stop to it. I know like the people will be saying that that is his content, but you are trying to say that you are trying to project Africa on the map. So no matter what, you have to project Africa, the dirty side, the good side, the bad side, the rude side, everything, for people to know and have feel about Africa. Yeah, we should do that. And if he's not ready to do it, I'm ready to do it. And I hope you will support me for me to do this thing, for you to know that Africa is not all that beautiful. Africa, the leaders are trying to destroy Africa, and we have to make them know that they're trying to what, destroy Africa. We shouldn't put any politics, because like we should be a citizen, not a spectator.